So it's PM time. I've got 2 samples out of 2 trucks we're doing the preventive maintenance on. And the first step you've told me, Jeff, is to check the freeze protection.
Yeah, what we want you to do is take 2 refractometer readings per year, make sure the freeze protection is there, and once per year, or for Schneider, your oil change interval, we want you to do a dilution test kit.
Okay.
So if we start, let's take a refractometer reading, make sure that we have good product in the system.
And this step here, I think most guys are familiar with. It's the dilution. I think when we get into that, it's going to be way different.
Well, it's a very simple process to check the dilution.
So this one here is about minus 35, and that's
perfect.
Right there close.
Really good. Let's clean that off and rinse it off with water. We do want to rinse the refractometer in between so that we get any residual product from the previous test off of there.
Okay. And that one's good too as well.
Good.
About a minus 31, 32. It's right there close.
Yeah. Now we can see from the colors of the coolant that they significantly look different in color. So we're going to test with the dilution test kit to find out if we have the proper amount of additives in there.
Okay.
So what we have in the dilution test kit, we have the instruction booklet that goes through step by step on how you actually do this test. But I'm going to show you that.
Now, does this take the place, if I do this test, does it take place of checking nitrites?
This is a separate product that we have.
Okay.
If you have a system that's using Delo ELC 5050, and you know it's always used Delo ELC 5050 in that system,
right,
and you suspect dilution, maybe from water or something along those lines while the truck was out on the road, we have this Fleet Fix maintenance product.
Okay.
And this actually tests for nitrites and gives you a pass-fail reading. So if it passes, you're good to go. If it fails with the Fleet Fix maintenance, then we have a chart on the bottle that tells you how much product of this Fleet Fix maintenance quart you add per system.
Okay.
So for example, on your vehicle here, if you have a 9 to 12 gallon system and it's failed, you would add 2 quarts of the Fleet Fix maintenance to refortify the additives that you need in this system. So what we have inside this plastic test tube is a couple of reagents in here. So the first thing that we got to do is break these 2 reagent bottles that are in here and let that solution mix at the bottom.
All right, so you get 2 different liquids in there, you break them and you mix them up. Okay.
Mix them up, and then we could set that back in here. Let's, why don't you go ahead and do that since we have 2 samples as well. Just go ahead and, yep.
That's pretty easy.
But what we're going to do is we're going to take the cap off.
All right.
And put it back in the box. You can go ahead and do that as well. And then the next step, we take the syringe and we just fill the syringe with the product.
Okay.
And there's a stop point on the syringe. Don't go past the stop point.
So it actually, when you pull that, it actually stops the plunger.
It actually stops.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to put the solution inside one of the test tubes.
All right.
And shake it for about 5 seconds.
Now it's a waiting game?
And now we wait. We got to wait for 3 minutes.
Okay.
And
what am I looking for in 3 minutes?
In 3 minutes, these 2 solutions are just reacting together.
Okay.
And when we get done with that, you can go ahead and set it back in here.
All right.
After the 3 minutes is up, all we're going to do is we're going to dump the solution through the filter cap, making sure the vent hole is up.
Right.
And we're going to take a look at the color. If it stays blue,
okay,
then the test fails.
Right.
If it's any other color, then the test pass. Well, it's been 3 minutes now, so this is your sample that you were doing?
So this sample's from this side here?
Correct, and this sample's from my side.
All right, so you can see it's blue still.
Yeah, there's still blue.
So
it's got to go through the filter at top, and that's when it changes colors.
All right, so there's a filter here, but
Correct.
You said there's a vent hole. Okay, I see the vent hole right here.
So then you're just going to turn it upside down.
So you hold the vent hole up so it doesn't leak out.
Yep, and then you got to squeeze it through the filter.
There you go.
And you can see that yours is rather blue. and mine is not.
All right, Jeff, you said your sample passes,
Right?
mine fails.
That's correct.
Drains and fill for my
That's correct.
tractor. This one goes back on.
It's,
You spoke of this product here, the Top Off.
right.
When would I use this if I'm using this kit? If I use this kit, I'm always doing a drain and fill, right?
Right. Again, the routine maintenance that we want you to do is use a refractometer a couple times a year to check freeze point at routine maintenance intervals, and use a dilution test kit once a year or at Schneider's drain interval to check for dilution. If in the middle of your PM you have
Okay.
a driver that comes in and said he had to dilute the system for one reason or another, or you suspect that the system is diluted, you can use the Fleet Fix test strips. And again, this tests for nitrites.
Okay.
This kit actually tests for the organic additive
whole
technology that makes the Delo ELC, the whole thing. So if you have a system that's been using the Delo ELC 5050 exclusively and you suspect dilution, you can use this kit, and it's a quick test. And if it fails, you can add this Top Off, which is 2 quarts for a 9 to 13 gallon system, to refortify the additives until you get to your next PM.
Okay. So I would use this product when I do the APM, and this product here when I do my BPM.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.